How'd we find him? Didn't have to. Turned around in his grave so much, dug himself out. Hi, I'm Sam Tucker, speaking on behalf of Steve Jobs, the late founder of Apple. I know some people might find this idea in poor taste, but so's charging $1,000 for a stand. Something has to be done. And I know a lot of people who are asking the question, what would Apple be like today if Steve was still in charge? Luckily, we were able to access Steve's old MobileMe account, where he uploaded his photos, his emails, and his consciousness. And so, now that Steve is back in charge, he'll be making some changes around here. Starting with removing MobileMe from the Apple Store. How is it still in there? And for full price.
It wasn't our finest hour.
Next, you guessed it, it's the Knotch. We'll be borrowing the lamp that Steve got when he bought Pixar and plugging it directly into the iPhone so it can squish that notch down flat once and for all. Unfortunately, however, we'll also form a partnership with Microsoft, and the lamp will ask us if we need any help with that. Believe it or not, we'll actually click yes on that, because the Apple Watch interface is absolutely terrible. Because how are you meant to use a touchscreen the size of an entire touch? Steve would never have approved that, more than once. So we'll go to where it all began and bring back the classic click wheel. Introducing the Apple Watch tick wheel. Fast forward your favourite music by fast forwarding time itself and listen on your wired earbuds, because the crown pops off to reveal a headphone jack. Try it yourself. Why is the MacBook Air not the lightest one? Why is the iPad Air not the lightest one? Why are there so many iPads? Back in Steve's day, it was simple. The latest iPad was the best iPad. So from now on, we're only selling the Pros, with the fastest chips, the clearest displays, and the thickest bezels. There you go, some love handles to grab onto. Speaking of which, stuff it, we're bringing back handles. It's good to see what you've done to the old Mac Pro. You've improved the cheese grater design and made it easier to remove for the dishwasher. And we're happy you covered up your past mistakes in a turtleneck and sold it in the store. Tell you what, we might sell that stand for the same price, but, you know, we'll attach a computer to it. Oh, and whatever happened in iOS, where the apps actually looked like what they were called? Come on, bring back the times when Notes actually looked like a notepad. When Calendar had stitched leather and the maps had folds and creases. And we especially need to redo that Gaming Center app so that it shows off what mobile gaming is today. Gambling. So we'll be using the latest AR to bring back skeuomorphism. Yes, open the wallet app and it'll look depressingly like your real wallet. The health app will fill in the rings around your face. What? Why are my chin rings filling up? I've been doing all of my standing. And the App Store closes at 5. Ah, dang. The good old Apple. Before the dongle dark age, when computers had ports. You just had to know where to find them.
Subscribe today.
The iPod, the iPhone, the iPad. There was one invention that Steve didn't have his hands in though. The iMug.
And what this device does is extraordinary. You can browse the web with it.
Funk it down. But now, to all the people who called our last Mac Pro a trash can, well, here's our response.
You!
Whoa, settle down, Tim.